Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again, we're going to play Star Tycoon. Now, we're going to look at a newly updated rule set that I created for my solo mode. A couple of days ago, a developer reached out to me and said, we changed things again. Would you mind taking a look? And I said, sure. So we went back and forth. I played a mock game. It was really fun. So I just realized I'd have to change my solo mode to sort of be updated based on that. And I did. And that's what we're going to be showing off today. The current status with Star Tycoon. Now, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. So I went back to the latest blog post on Kickstarter, which he sort of blasted to everyone. And it pretty much said that he was 100% done with the rules. And he talked a little bit about print and play and stuff like that. I know when the estimated production date is, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. So just to err on the side of caution, I'll keep that date to myself. But it is still being produced / manufactured. It's still in the works. Okay. So Star Tycoon, my Automa mode introduced a new set of cards, an Automa deck, that will affect the market. It'll say plus green or minus brown. And in doing so, that will adjust the galactic market over here. My rule set is very different from the developers. And I will give the developer credit. There is a solo mode for this game already in the manual. So you don't even need my rule set. You could just flat out open the box and start playing solo mode. His solo mode has you play over 3 separate games. And depending on your starter OmniForge card, which is sort of like a development card, it defines what resources you'll start producing right away. Based on the number on that OmniForge card, you'll get a victory condition. So if you get OmniForge card 1, under victory conditions, you'll see that it says reach 32 points by the end of round 4. So you'll have different victory conditions based on the OmniForge card that you get. And then if you beat the scenario, you get the rewards listed on the same page. And you do that 3 times and try and beat the game 3 times. My only beef with it is that there's no benefit in the first game, but there are benefits in the second and third game, assuming you win. So it's like you're not getting rewarded. It's like a reversed difficulty scaling. The game is like super hard in the beginning. Well, not super hard, but it's default difficulty in the beginning, and then it becomes easier. I just felt like the scaling was backward a bit. So I talked to the developer about this. We'll see if any changes are made beyond that. But it's good. I've done it once or twice, and it's good. But for me personally, I don't like being funneled into a particular way of playing. That's what these victory conditions do. They say, you need to get this, you have to build this, or you need to get, I don't like that. I wanted a game to where I can just play against the AI and try and beat their score. And that's what I created in my Automa rule set. Just real quick to highlight what's on this PDF. And this is available as a separate workshop thing. So if you go to Steam Workshop, and there's a link in the below description, but if you go to my Steam Workshop and open up this mod, you'll see this PDF rulebook right here, and then you'll see this deck of cards. Just save them as objects, and then come to the official Star Tycoon game, and then import them in. And if you need help doing that, just reach out to me on Discord. I've shown it before, but I'll be happy to help out. So my particular version is, again, this has been updated because of the new rule set on 7.28. The AI will not receive, produce, or spend resources. It does not receive starting resources. It will collect and keep illegal goods whenever the AI Automa deck tells it to. They are there, the illicit good tokens, to satisfy card effects that may come up. The AI does not benefit from events or endgame scoring bonuses. It will not acquire partnerships in the base game. There are some modifications in the advanced rule set that you can add that, but I'll get to that later. The AI does not receive or give up illegal goods from event cards. The AI will not attempt to satisfy the home planet majority bonus. That's another thing you could change if you want in the harder difficulty mode. AI Automa deck card clarification. If you come across the equalized card, I didn't have enough space on the card to write it. You just move each marker 1 space toward the center, not to the center. All right. And if you ever have to steal a resource, you just take it from the bank. As part of setup, each player, the player, you, will get basically the same things that you would in a multiplayer game. You're going to get 3 of these company cards, and you're going to choose one of them. In this case, my raw nanotech is the one I have. And the resources in the upper right are what you start the game with. And you get a special ability. You may build developments under this card. Gain a point for every 2 cards you build in this way. Okay, so if I need to trash something somewhere, I could totally do that. And then you start with a headquarter, like a home planet. And I've got Magna. And on the very bottom, it says a yellow star with a lightning bolt. I need energy credits. If I can produce a bunch of energy credits and have more production than my opponents, I will get 3 points. So it's a majority on energy credits. That's difficult because there's not a whole lot in those decks, but yeah, anyway. Omniforge, this is what I was talking about earlier. Each of these, there's numbers 1 through 6, and you're going to be dealt one at random typically. In the core game, you're going to get the 1 card or the 2 card based on the number of players. So for the purposes of solo mode, just choose the 1. Just pick the card with the 1 on it. But if you want to randomize things, you could totally do that. Just shuffle it, get a 2, get a 3, I don't care. You get it. It's totally random. The AI, on the other hand, will not get an Omniforge card. They will get a company, just a random company. They will not use their ability. They will not get starting resources, but they will try to get those frost symbols. At least this particular AI will try and get frost symbols on their planets. So he's going to be looking for planets that feature that particular symbol. If he gets 3 of them, he gets 4 points at the end of the game. He also will not go after majority bonuses, so you can ignore those 3 points right there. His Vapra here, his home planet, is a dumping ground for cards that he just can't place. So there's that. So again, there were changes made to this game recently, and I'm not going to sit here and explain all of them to you, but I'll try and feature them as they come up. First and foremost, you'll note that the game is no longer played over 6 rounds, but 4. And the way it works is I take 3 actions. Everyone else takes 3 actions, and we move on to next turn. I take 3 actions, everyone else takes 3, move on to next turn, and so on. And this is 3 times, then round 2 starts, then round 3, then round 4, then game end. In the solo mode that I created, you're still going to get 3 actions and you will always be first player, but the AI is programmed to do certain things based on the current turn. So if I were to pull up my little guide here in the middle of the page, rounds 1 through 3, on turn 1, it will just collect 1 planet and 1 development for free, observing certain rules that I've programmed in. Turn 2, it will collect 1 planet, 1 development, and draw an Automa card from the market deck and just resolve it. And then turn 3, it draws 2 Automa market cards and resolves them. In round 4, he gets more developments, doesn't really care about planets anymore because he's got a bunch at that point. And he'll also draw cards from the market deck and resolve them. On this very last turn of the game, he'll get a free tier 3 card, which is pretty much 5 points, plus if he manages to satisfy any symbols, which if you're new to the game, it may not make sense to you right now, but again, I'll try and explain that as we go along. All right, I've talked enough. Let's just show you what the game is going to be like with this particular Automa mode. I'll try and get you through an entire game if I can. Okay, so what are we trying to do? We've got 3 actions, and I am trying to get purple planets. So let's see if there are any in the purchase row. Yes, there is. That one. So this is a new guide card that was created for the new rule set. I can purchase 1 card from a full row or reserve. I can trade up to 2 resources on the galactic market. I can gain Omniforge production. That's a new one based on the last rule set. You just look at your Omniforge card. In this case, it has a blue and a purple symbol on the bottom. I can just produce that if I want to as an action, which is kind of cool. I can reserve a card. I can't reserve the tier 3 stuff though, which is the really good stuff. I can smuggle. Smuggle is it's been reworded. Let's just put it that way. Here is an example of a card that has that particular background. It's a purple background with the little 3 boxes on the right side. It's its own action now. In the previous rule set, you could just pick, if you had something like that, you could just do it for free on your turn once. In the new rule set, it's now an action. Okay, and you can even use someone else's, but you have to pay them an energy credit if you want to use theirs. But anyway, so smuggle is the new trade development action thing. You can refresh any row. You don't have to spend energy credits anymore. That's another change from the previous rule set. Lastly, you can take out a loan, which is not an action. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do for my first action. Oh, before we do that, what I like to do, and this is a quick tip for you, get some dice. I sometimes forget, as an old person, how many actions I've taken. So I will pull out some dice, and I flip them from 1 to 6 whenever I've completed an action. Just as a reminder that I have that many actions left. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and get a planet, and I have to pay the cost in the upper left-hand corner, which is a red ship. I also have to, I forgot to produce. I guess I should have led with that. On the last page, there's a little guide on the very bottom. Event, produce, player turns, discard, rotate player. No event in round 1. We will produce. I already pulled the resources aside, which is just the Omniforge there. So it's just a blue and a purple. And now we proceed with gameplay. I'm going to buy this purple card. I need a red ship to do that. I'm just going to put that up there for now. And yeah, I just purchased that planet. So I'm 1/3 of the way to completing this particular objective. Now I need to get energy credits, like a card that is producing red ships or energy credits under it. Okay, so I'm looking at the tier 1 and tier 2 cards right here. This one's not bad. That gives me a red one. I could use that to help get more planets in the future. I might want to do that. There's also an energy credit one here that I really like. So I'm really tempted to get that one. And I could just buy red as I need to. Plus my majority is in energy credits. So I think I grabbed that. It's green and purple though. I do have it. Okay, green and purple. All right. Action number 2. That was 1, 2. I'm going to slot that under here. The number of cards you can slot under a planet, number of development cards you can slot under a planet is equal to the hammer symbols on the bottom right there. So I can hold 2 development cards under this planet. I've got 1, and now I need 1 more. Preferably a red one so I can get to 3 points at the end of the game. One that will produce red is what I meant. Okay, and that was action number 2. Action number 3. Maybe buy and sell resources. I've got a lot of blue. Maybe I sell a purple and a blue and get some energy credits and figure out what I want to buy for next turn. I will need a brown if I want that card. So maybe I sell a blue. When you sell, you move the marker to the left. You're saturating the market with these goods so they become cheaper. I'm going to go ahead and buy a brown with the energy credit I just earned. It was a 1-to-1 before I moved it. So I would give up a blue resource to get an energy credit, and then I'm going to spend that energy credit for the second market action to buy a brown, and you move it up. So now the resource is more scarce, and now it is more valuable. It's going to cost 2 energy credits just to get one of those in the future. So brown is going to come down to me. And that was my third and final action. Again, when you take the trade action, you get to do the trade action twice. And now we reset for the computer. And according to the little guide to the right, on rounds 1 through 3 on turn 1, collect 1 planet and 1 development for free. Very simple. It's going to look at the symbols on its company card. It wants those frost symbols. If none exist, he will remove them, like in this case. Don't know why that was flipped over, but okay. So let's go ahead and put them right there. And new ones come out, 1, 2, 3. And yes, there is 1 there. If there is a tie, there's not in this case, but if there is a tie, he takes the one closest to the deck. If there was still no planet that met that symbol, he would just draw blindly from the deck and he gets what he gets. And that's it. But he is going to take this one because he wants that one. And now he's going to take a free development. He is going to look first at his oldest active planet that still needs victory points satisfied. In that case, it's this one. His home planet, there's nothing like to satisfy here. This serves as a dumping ground for cards he can't place in the future. He can do that 3 times because there's 3 hammer symbols. He's looking, though, for a planet that produces blue or green or skull. And if he's already got some, then he's going to look for the other ones. In this case, let's see if we can find one that produces blue, green, or skull. He's going to look at the tier 1 cards first, and it just so happens this one produces blue. So he's going to yank that and just slide that under, and that was his turn. He didn't have to pay for anything, that's it. That was his turn. This resets, and now we move on to turn 2. All right, and now I get 3 more actions to do what I want. So let's go ahead and flip these dice back over. And again, you don't need the dice, but I'm forgetful. I'm looking for something that produces a red ship. This one. Yeah, let's do that one. I like that one. Okay, so we're going to just put that underneath here. I need to spend a blue and a brown. Blue, brown. And because I am now producing an energy credit and a red underneath this planet, you'll note that it's all satisfied. Red, energy credit, red. I get 3 points at the end of the game, which is great. All right, that was one action. For my second action, do I grab another planet? I need purple. Yeah, I'm going to grab these while I can, but I can't. I don't have any reds. I don't have any red resources, so I need a trade. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a purple. I'm going to sell it, get an energy credit. I'm going to buy a red. And there you go. And that was my second action. Now for my third action, I'm going to spend that red that I just got, throw it into no man's land, and collect that one. And yeah, that's all 3 actions, and that's it. Okay, so now we move on to the computer's second turn. I'm going to refresh the array. And we will do the same thing we did from the previous turn, except we also draw a market card to sort of play around with the market a little bit. So it's going to take a planet. Question is, okay, no frost symbols. He's going to refresh this. Flip that over. Purple. Still nothing. He did not get the symbol that he's looking for. Going to grab blindly from the deck, and let's see. It is not what he needs. It's what I need. I want purple, but so it goes. He is now going to grab a free development. He's going to look at tier 1 first. He is trying to satisfy this card still. It's his oldest planet that can get him victory points. He needs a green and a skull on that. So is there a green or a skull in the array? Green or skull? Green or skull? No, there's not. He's now going to move on to the next planet. Are there blues? Can he satisfy with blue? No, he cannot. Okay, so what happens now? All of these get reintegrated into these decks, and then new ones come out. So he just pretty much gets a free wipe when he doesn't get what he needs. I can already see he's got something there. Okay, so we look at tier 1 first. We're going to go back to his original card, and he's going to take whatever is satisfied first. In that case, it's not good for him, but the skull is the first thing that's mentioned from left to right. There is a green one over here he could take, and if you're playing the game on your own, you could totally house rule it any way you want to. But if there's a tie for resources needed, he always grabs the one closest to the deck. So he's going to grab that and throw it under here to satisfy the whole skull thing. And he's also going to draw a card from the market deck. I never said the art was good, but blue +1. So that goes up by 1, and that will end turn 2. And now we are on turn 3. Let's go ahead and refresh the array, and I get 3 more actions. Okay, I really want that purple planet up there, but I need a red to do it, and it's too expensive right now. I'm trying to get that. Yeah, I mean, I could sell my blue and get some purples. Could I? I need pink. I need cards with pink hearts on them, and there are none in the array whatsoever. I could just produce, to produce. So maybe I'll produce a blue and a purple. So we'll just do blue and purple. That was 1 action. And that was via the new OmniForge action. Number 2. What do I do with action number 2? Do I want to buy... I I mean, I could just buy something to put under here, but I feel like that's a waste. 1 point for every 2 cards. I think I need to trade. For next turn, I'm producing blue, purple, and red and energy credit. I need like green and brown. So I think I'm just going to trade a blue. So sell that. And with my 1 energy credit that I get from that, I'm going to buy a green just to have it. And that was action number 2. Action number 3, I mean, I really don't know. I could reserve a card. I think I'm going to reserve this planet so that I can build it later. That's what I'll do. And that was my 3rd action. All right, and now the computer, for his turn 3 on round 1, draw 2 Automa cards from the deck and just resolve. So blue goes up by 1, and blue goes up by... Did I not shuffle these? I did. I don't think I did. Red -1, and yeah, and red +1. Okay, well there you go. So red -1, red +1. Okay, I may have messed that up somewhere. I may have like moved a token, but again, this is more for example purposes. I'm not trying to play a full game like that's perfect or anything. But that was the end of round 1, and now we move on to round 2, and now we draw a new event card. That event card is Rocket Science. Each player may choose to gain 2 purple or 2 green. Well, I'm not producing green, so I'm going to take 2 green. Yeah, I'm going to take the green. I'm producing purple, but not green. And again, the computer doesn't care about these cards. So now we produce. I'm going to produce a blue and a purple. And an energy credit and a red. And that's it. Flip those over, refresh the array. All right, now we've got 3 actions. What do we do with them? I now have a purple planet in my collection. I could just build it and get this out of the way right now. I think I'm going to do that. So 1 action, build that. So I've now satisfied this. I get 4 points at the end of the game. Now I need to get pink hearts, and I need to produce more purple and blue resources. So maybe not a whole lot, let me tell you. Not ideal. Maybe oh man, I might go with this one, even though it's one I don't need. What if I get... I like that one because it gives me that majority. Like, that's 2 energy credits. That's really good. And I've got the resources for it, but if I throw it under one of these 2 cards, it doesn't mesh with what they want. So I feel like just reserving it as my 2nd action. And for my 3rd action, do I buy one of these? I mean, I need a brown for that, and I don't have it. This is awful. Maybe I just refresh a row. Probably this one. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna refresh this row. I don't like it. Give me something I could use. All right, well, that was my 3rd action, and now the computer is going to do the same thing he did last time, and then he takes 1 free planet and 1 free development. He is looking for those frost symbols. So he's going to look, and there are none there. Still nothing. So he's going to grab blindly from the deck. And it's a water planet, I guess. Oh, by the way, our special goal for endgame scoring, having different planet types. So I want to try and get a variety if I can. Okay, so he got that, even though it's not what he wants, but that's just how it goes. And now he's going to try and, again, satisfy this. He needs a green production to finish that card. Lo and behold, there is a green production right there. He's just going to yank it, and he is done. That was turn 1. Turn 2. I get 3 actions. What do I want to do? I, again, need pink cards. And I see one out here. That's a lot of brown. I'm not producing any brown. That's going to be really hard to get, especially, yeah, that's going to be super hard to get. Really hard to get. Maybe I get a planet. Oh, perfect. Okay, I need red. How can I get red? I need a ship because I want this planet because that would fit really well with that. That's beautiful. But I need a red one to do it. I could take out a bank loan, which I never do. I never take out a bank loan. Let's see if we can get there first without it. Let's, for 1 action, sell a blue. That's 1 energy credit. I'm gonna, yeah, I get an energy credit, and then the 2 that I have, yeah, but I still need, yeah, the 2 that I have, I'm gonna buy a red. That sucks. All right. That was 1 market action. So we're going to do that. Next, I now need an energy credit. So I need to sell something. I'm going to sell, I can't sell a green because I need that. I can't sell the red. I could sell 2 purples, I guess. Let's sell 2 purples for an energy credit. And do I want to buy anything? No. And that's it. That was my 2nd action. 3rd action, I'm going to get that with my red. That was a lot of work just to get that stupid planet. I feel like I'm not sure that was even worth it. I'm hoping it is in the future, but anyway, that was my 3 action, just buying that stupid planet. What happened to all the cards here? Okay, I'm missing a bunch of planets for some reason. Okay, so I figured it out. When I gave the computer a card, I gave him the whole deck. So I fixed it. All good now. All right, the computer's going to take his 2nd turn. He's going to take a planet for free. He's going to look to see, are there any snowflake, frost, whatever. Nope. New cards come out. There is one there. So he just grabs it for free. Nice and easy. And he gets a free development. This card is now done. So he's going to move on to the next one. He needs blues. No blues. No blues. Okay. Next planet, purples and skulls. Well, there's a skull. He'll just take that to satisfy that. And because it's turn 2, he's also going to draw a card here, and it's -1 green. Okay. All right, well, that was turn 2. And turn 3. I get 3 actions. Now I'm going to buy the card that's in my reserve. And slot that under here. I need 3 green and that energy credit. Took forever to set that up. And that was 1 action. 2nd action. I need purple and blue for that card. Purple and blue. Nothing. Pink. Okay, maybe that one. I need brown though, and there's no brown. That price is killing me. All right, I'm gonna, I think, produce Omniforge in preparation for the next round. So we'll do that and that. That was action number 2. And lastly, do we just do that again? I mean, or do we maybe reserve a card that we may want to purchase in the future? I don't know about this one. I'm not producing food at all, and the cost of it on the market is really high. So maybe I get a card that produces food, but then where would I put it? You know, I need something that I could put it under this one, I guess, if I had to. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Blue and purple. I have the resources. Let's just do it. That way I can get more food production and I won't have to rely on the market for that. But that was my 3rd action. Lastly, the AI will draw 2 Automa cards and resolve them. Brown +1. Ugh. Brown +1. Oh, well, there goes the there goes the price. Everyone's starving. All right, well, that was it for round 2. Round 3. Okay, well, new event. State of Flux. This is the one that I had a hand in creating. Draw a second bonus point tile from the box and place it near the current bonus points tile. At the end of the game, players may choose which bonus points tile to score, but not both. All right, well, planets and planet. Okay, so number of planets that you have or different planet types. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Okay. Now we produce. So I get a brown, which definitely need that. Okay, OmniForge is producing that. Energy credit and a red. And then 2 energy credits from that one over there. And we are done. All right, what are we going to do? The market is askew right now, very askew. I would love to get some, I need some points. Like I feel like I need to get some points. I would love this card. I would love it. But that brown though, there's no hope. There's no hope in me ever getting more browns. What if I concentrated on other things instead? So maybe like this one. I'm not producing green, so maybe blue and brown. Just net. We'll slide that under this pink heart planet here. That was one action. Second action. Second action. What do I do? Well, I can't take from this row again because I've already taken from it. I can't use. Yeah, 2 blues, a green, and a purple. I need a green for this to work. I could buy it, and that's 2 red. That's a lot of ships. I'm not sure what I would do with that many ships, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna buy that many planets. I don't need that many planets only because I can slot things there whenever I want to. But then again, I may be able to get some easy victory points out of it. It all depends. Oof. None of these are ideal. I'm not sure what. Oh, those should have been under here. You know what? Maybe I buy a green. And you know what? I'm going to buy some purple. For 1 energy credit, I'm going to buy 3 purple. 1. So that goes back that way. Did I give myself... I can't remember how many I gave myself. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to give myself purples. 1, 2. That's what happens when you try and do too many things at once. Okay, so purples, and I want to get a green. All right, that was my second action. Third action, I think it's time for a partnership. It's a little early for a partnership, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I've got 1, 2, 3 blue already on the table. 1 blue, 1 blue, 1 blue. So I'm going to take the blue one, my favorite color, and hope for the best. And that was my third action. Okay, the computer is going to get 1 free development, or 1 free planet first. Doesn't have anything here that it needs. There's that. It's going to grab that. And it's got, yeah, it's got 1, 2, 3. And that's what it needs to complete that. So he's done. He's still going to try and grab them, but he's got his points. That was 1. And now he's going to grab a development. He's working on this card. He needs blues. There are no blues. He moves on. Purples. No purples. Moving on. Red. Well, there's a red. He's just going to grab it, slide it under there. Okay. And that was it. Turn 2. I've got 3 actions. What do I do with them? I need, again, pink cards, but there are none out there. I need blue and I need purple to fulfill this. I also need this energy credit. I think that, yeah, let's just do it. That and that to grab this card. That completes this card at 4 points. Beautiful. And that was 1 action. Second action. Is this mine? I don't remember. Yeah, I'll just put it up there. Okay, I need to separate these out a bit more. For my second action, I think I'm just going to take my Omniforge, purple and blue. And then for my third action, do I reserve a card? Do I take a planet? Maybe I refresh this down here. But here's the thing. If I do that, then I possibly give the computer something that he might need for a future round. So I'm a little hesitant to refresh this row when I could be handing him something good. I want to do it anyway because I don't like any of these. And the chances of me getting that one purple heart card with the 3 brown on it, it's really, really low. Well, speaking of which, let's just go ahead and give him his turn. We should probably refresh that array first. And he's going to take a free planet and a free development. And then draw a market card. So, Frost, no. I love that Abaddon. That's really cool. I love that. I think that's a promo card if I remember what the developer said earlier. Well, I see a Frost card there, so it's going to grab that. Even though it doesn't need it, it's still going to prioritize them. And then he's going to take a tier 1 or 2 development card. So, what does he need? He needs blues. There are no blues. He is going to move to the next card. He needs purples. So he's going to take this purple here and shove it underneath this one. He's almost done with that card as well. He's going to draw a card, and it's purple -1. Super cheap now. That's actually really good. Maybe I can get more partnerships in the future. But for now, that ends turn 2, and we are now on to turn 3. I get 3 more actions. Let's go ahead and refill the array. 3 actions. What do I do with these 3 actions? I feel like buying those purple and then taking another partnership at this point. The other option is, I need purple and blue. I don't see it. Or do I take this? Can I get this one maybe? I could. That's brown, and brown right now is super good to have. I don't need the card specifically, but that could be valuable for the next round. Maybe I take it, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do these 2, slide it under here, so I can produce more brown because they're kicking hot right now. And that gives me 1 point at the end of the game because I've put 2 cards under here. And that was 1 action. Second action, I think I'm just going to produce again. Blue and purple. Just to have them. And then lastly, for my third action, can I afford any cards? I don't think I can. I mean, I could, but what? I don't need these cards. Like, I don't need them. So do I then just wipe everything again and try and get more purple? I need these hearts. I need these hearts. Yeah, I think I need to refresh for my third action. I was hoping to get a tier 3 card at some point, but we're getting nitty-gritty here, and I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, so we are now onto his tier 3 turn. Just like the other 2 rounds, it's just draw 2 of these market cards. Red +1 and red -1. All right, easy peasy. We are now on to round 4. It is overtime. Each player gains an extra action in their first turn this round. I get 4 actions. Okay, I'll take it. Now we need to produce. We produce 2 browns, 1 and 2. We produce our Omniforge card stuff, blue and purple. We produce red and energy credit. We produce green. We produce 3 more energy credits. That is a lot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of stuff for one particular thing. I have to wonder, maybe I'd go heavy on partnerships, but what's this one? Green, brown, red. I could buy that one, and that's a heart. And this one, yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, so let's go with this. Make sure we can get it. It's green, brown, red, energy credit. Green, brown, red, energy credit. Slide that under here. And then that was 1 action. Second action, blue and brown. Yep. Blue and brown. We'll grab that one. That's another heart. Beautiful. That is... Oh, that's relief. Okay. That was my second action. Third action. There's not a whole lot to get at this point. I am going to buy purple while they're cheap. So just do that, and then that goes to the right, and I get 3 purple. 1. That sets me up for a partnership. Probably the pink one. I'm just saying. Okay, well that was a fruitful turn. Speaking of turn, the AI is going to... I could have bought or sold something else, but I'm not going to worry about it. The AI is going to get a... for round 4, it's different. Collect 2 developments and draw 1 Automa card. So 2 developments. It's going to look for the blues. No blues. Moving on. It's going to move to here looking for purple. And no purple. Okay. Next one, red. It's going to grab this red one here. Okay. And it's going to reset. Blues. No. Purples. No. Reds. Yes, there's a red here. That goes right. So he completed this card, this 4-point card. Nasty. And he's going to draw 1 card from the market deck, and red goes down by 1. All right, and that was turn 1. Turn 2. I have 3 actions to go. Do I just get the partnership, or do I go for maybe a tier 3 card? Here's the thing. If I get pink right now, pink is 4 points. Whereas if I save these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know if I have the other symbols or the materials I need. I don't have the cards memorized, is what I'm saying. I don't know what else I need for the purples. Like, I don't know if I need 2 blues, 2 reds, 2 greens. I don't know. It might be safer to go after the partnerships. So maybe maybe I just do this and grab the pink one. Okay. That's 1 action. Second action, can I do 2 partnerships in the same turn? That would be really crazy if I could, because I could afford it. Partnerships. You may only purchase 1 partnership per turn. Well, this is a separate... Oh. I can't do... I guess I have to wait for the next turn to buy it. But I'm still going to get it now. I'm going to spend an energy credit to buy, or to get 2 of these purples. 1, 2. And what am I going to want with my second market thing? What do I want to buy from the market, if anything? Maybe this 3-point card. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this. So I need just whatever's on here. Oh, 2 brown. Forget that. What about this one? Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, no. Oh, that's awful. That's disgusting. No. Wow. Well, all right. I'll forgo the second market purchase. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then for my last action, maybe refresh this and hope for something better. Like, because that's all I can really do at this point. So, yeah, I'm going to refresh this row for my third action and hope that I can get... No. Those are all awful. All right, well, that was my third action. And now for his turn 2, collect 2 developments and draw 1 Automa card. So he's going to look. Are there any blues in the market? Yep, I'm an idiot. I gave him that. Yep. That was 1. Second development. Are there any blues? No. Are there any purples? No. Are there any blues? No. Is there a red, blue, or green card? Yes, there is. There's a red one right there, starting from tier 1. All right. So that was his 2 developments, and all AI gains an illegal good. All right, well, there you go. That is the only time he gets that. And that's for different card effects that might come into play. Okay, so my very last turn of the game. I feel like partnership. I mean, But what color would I go after at this point? I've got the blues, I got the green. I have one green and one gray. Would it even be worth it to do that? You know what? Let's just refresh the array again. There's a 3-pointer there. And that was one action. Can I afford it? 2 green. I feel like no. Maybe I can. If I sold... I would need... It's these browns. They're killing me here. They're killing me. Absolutely murdering me. Well, how about this? Maybe a different tack. I need different... For my... Oops. That was a 6. For this, planets. How many planets do I have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Planet types. Maybe I go with... Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get a different planet. Or with my last 2 turns, we'll get a different planet with a different symbol on it. I don't have a... I have a sun. What about... I have a sun. Oh, the snowflake one. I don't have the snowflake one. Let's just grab it just for the sake of the endgame goals. That was my second action. Third action, I'm just going to get another partnership, but it's not going to be very fruitful. I'll take the gray one. Yeah. Because, I mean... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, that was it. And then his is collect 1 tier 3 development card for free. And that's all he does. So he's going to look. Can he satisfy blue? No. Purple? You can. So he completed this objective and got 5 points to boot. Oh, man, that sucks. All right, well, that is the end of the game. And now let's tally up our scores. All right, so I got 4 points for this, plus 1 because I put 2 cards under here. For these, I have 1 gray, that's 1 point. Oh no, I didn't even get that. I needed at least 2 gray. Oh, but this is useless. That's useless. The heart was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 points. Blue was 1, 2, 3, so that's 2 points. This here, I have majority on that. I can't imagine yeah. I have majority on energy credits, so I get 3 points. I get 3 points. I get 4 points. I get nothing. I get 4 points and nothing. And then I'm going to use the planet types bonus out of the 2 of them. And planet types 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including your homeworld. That's 3 points. So it's not great, honestly. Could be better. 4, 6, 7, well, 6, 10, 11, 14, 17, 21, 25, 28. Not my best score. And his was 3. No, he doesn't do anything there. He got his 4 from that. He got 3 there. He did not complete that. He got 9, 8. He got 8 from that, 4 from that, and that's it. So 12, 16, 19 points. So that's about right. I've played 3 games with the AI at this point, and his average score was between 15 and 20. My average score was actually between 30 and 40, but this game, I don't know what happened to me, but I thought I was doing well, but then I guess at the end, I didn't get enough scorecards to really make a difference. I was hoping to get more of these 3-point cards, but just couldn't get them because of the stupid brown resource. But anyway, you can make the game harder. If that looks too easy, there is a way to make the game harder. If we take a look at the backside of the manual here, the AI does factor in his home planet majority bonus if it qualifies. This is purely luck-based, as the AI never tries to satisfy this goal during the game. Did he get majority, though? Purples, 1, 2, we got 2 purples, and I got 1, 2, 3. No, I got majority there, so he would not have gotten it. He collects a partnership card for free based on whatever would give him the most points. He's got 3 gray, so maybe it's a good thing I grabbed that, but there is a 3 yellow out here. So we're just going to grab the 3 yellow. And with that added in, that would be 2 more points. So he's up to 21 with that rule set. The other one is on the very last turn, the AI takes 2 tier 3s instead of just 1. So that means he would grab another one of these. Looking for blue. Nope. Nope. Blue. Nope. He can't satisfy really anything. So he's just going to wipe this, wipe that, wipe that. I don't know if this would beat me or not. Actually, it probably would. Yeah, because he's going to take the wild resource here and fill this in. And it went from... now we got an additional 9 points at the end of the game. That brings him up to 30. If we were playing hard mode, he would have beaten me by 2 points. So, yeah, and if we implemented all of the hard mode things. So, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But, yeah, this game's a lot of fun, let me tell you. There are links in the below description if you want to go to the core game, tabletop simulator page and just play the regular game as intended and the solo mode as intended. I'll also include a link to my Automa Steam Workshop module. And hopefully this video helped you determine whether or not, this would be your cup of tea or not, as well as, I love creating variants to games like this because I don't know what it is. I like creating. I don't have the resources to make board games, but I love making rules like this. So it was a lot of fun designing this particular rule set. So hopefully you get some enjoyment out of this too. This is a great game. I can't wait for the finished copy once it releases. Until then, there's always Tabletop Simulator. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.